King's Choir. They're going to do a few songs and keep us entertained throughout the program. Give it up then.
Hallelujah.
Space for Kings Choir. They'll be joining us a little later in the program. We got lots of awards to get through. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and our VIP guests, as well as sponsors, our talented learners and teachers. All protocols observed with regards to our VIP guests and sponsors. Welcome to the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists Awards Ceremony 2022. My name is Kenny Maestri from Radio 702. Some of you might remember me from Capital Radio back in the day, 30 years ago. In fact, this year, the 25th of July, I celebrated 30 years in commercial radio. I also was on Metro FM 947 these days. I ply my trade with the buddies in Santon at Radio 702. We play music at the weekend, every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. We do 80s and 90s old school, just in case I see that some of you who've got a bit of gray like me, you want to hang with the old school people, join me on Saturdays from 10 a.m. for the best of the 80s and 90s. Sundays we get soulful, laid back, and that intimate vibe for a Sunday, all the slow jams. Looking forward to having some new listeners, and let me know. Okay. I'm your MC for today, and like I said, we've got a lot to get through, lots of awards. Looking forward to handing those out as well, and I hope we're going to have a great time together. Dr. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela once said, yes, I'm calling him doctor because I'm noticing lots of academics and professors here, and he did receive an honorary doctorate. He said that education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. Wise words, and especially when we consider this past Monday, the 5th of December, marked 9 years since the passing of Madiba. But nevertheless, his words and legacy certainly lives in us as South Africans and as Africans. Right now, I'd like to call on Professor Ian Yandrel, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Wits University, representing the Board of Directors for Eskom Expo for Young Scientists, to officially welcome you to our award ceremony for 2022.
I'd like to formally thank the old party behind me here. Kenny, thank you, Program Director. Good morning. 30 years, he said. Let me tell you something. This is the 42nd edition of the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists. And there's some people in this room who've been part of it for 42 years, but we'll get around to that later. Folk, this is the Grand Award Ceremony for 2022, Eskom Expo for Young Scientists. It's absolutely fantastic to be standing here in front of you. And I want to make something very, very clear. I'm going to say a few things in terms of protocol and recognize some VIPs in the front row here. But I've been speaking to the VIPs, and we've all agreed that the real VIPs are all of the young scientists in this room. That's our future, and that's what we're here for. So I want to thank each and every one of you, each and every young scientist, for having the courage to put yourself forward, to stand up and to be judged. And that's such a difficult thing to do, in particular when you're a lot younger than I am. So congratulations to all of you. I, of course, consider all of you to be winners and all of you to be exemplar of the future, not of this country alone, but of the planet. And in that regard, I also want to recognize folk from other countries who've joined us here at the International Science Fair. However, let me get back to some VIPs in the front row. Dr. Sibusiso Manzini, Chief Director, Human Capital and Science Promotion at the DSI. Ntato Minyuku, Group Executive, Government and Regulatory Affairs at Eskom. Caleb Kasim, Eskom CFO, that's Chief Financial Officer, that's important. Sumaya Nasib, CEO of the Eskom Foundation, through whom we get such phenomenal support. And that's through whom you all get such phenomenal support. I recognize, of course, many, many other sponsors. I think of Siemens, Babcock, FFS, some of our universities across the country, and of course within the regions. We also recognize many of supporters and sponsors who step up, not just to plow time and effort into your future, but to actually help with financing and making this all possible to make this event what it is. I also want to remind you, and I made this little glib comment earlier on, that Eskom Expo for Young Scientists was founded 42 years ago by Dr. Derek Gray. And I just want to recognize that his wife, Professor Rosemary Gray, Rosemary, if you can stand, it may be difficult, but if you can stand, it would be fantastic if you did that. It's fantastic to see you here. 42 years. I'm also looking at some of the shining lights in front of me, and of course I recognize the chair of the board of the Eskom Expo, bursaries, and the executive director, Parthy Chetty. But I do want to say at the outset that any event like this, anything like that, like this, is dependent upon team efforts. So all the folk I've mentioned, all the companies, all the people, we recognize that they represent teams that stand in support of you. I think as young learners, young scientists, you're going to take congratulations back to your schools because they allowed you to do this. They facilitated this process. I also want to remind every single one of you to recognize those who supported you, your parents, your mentors. I also want to recognize the regional science fair directors. These are volunteers. These are folk who step up to help this country become the great country that we all believe it can become. The network of supporters in the Eskom regions, our judges, you were all judged by people who really care about what you do. They may have scared you, but they did it to make you into a better young scientist. I don't want to say anything else. I just want to thank you all for being here, to welcome you here to the International Science Fair, the 42nd edition of the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists. I want every one of you, even those who are as old as me, to go home inspired and to take back home one important message. Science is fun. Welcome.
Thanks, Prof. I wish I had professors like you when I was studying for my BSc. I love your enthusiasm, by the way. Yeah, we had very strict professors back in the day. Parthy will tell you about it. Young people must take it up upon themselves to ensure that they receive the highest education possible, as they can represent us well in the future as future leaders. Words of President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. And on that note, I'd like to call upon the Eskom Expo International Science Fair former winner, Kutlwano Shatiwa, to address you. And I'd like to also mention, as Kutlwano is making... Kutlwano, come now, don't be shy, it's your time to shine. Kutlwano also won gold at a gold award in Tunisia while representing South Africa. I think that deserves a round of applause as well.
Good morning to all esteemed guests in our midst. Good morning to the Chief Director at Department of Science and Innovation, the executives at Eskom, Siemens, Babcock, and the universities. And most of all, good morning to all young scientists. My name is Kutlwano Shatiwa. I'm a grade 12 learner from Gaboneo Secondary School in Madigo in the Northwest Province, and I am honored to be on this platform today. 2022 has been a truly amazing year for me, and Eskom Expo has played a huge part in that. I was able to travel for the first time, abroad for the first time when Eskom Expo selected me to represent South Africa at the International Festival of Engineering, Science and Technology in Tunisia. Before I get to that, I would like to share my Eskom Expo journey with you today. Back in 2019, I came across an article about a former Eskom Expo participant, Brandon Keynote, who is a self-taught developer who ended up releasing 2 gaming apps after taking part in the Eskom Expo. Brandon now manages the Hardcraft Studio, an indie game development studio in Joburg that focuses on mobile game development. Brandon's story inspired me tremendously, which led to me pestering one of my teachers at school back then, Mem Langa, who helped me get started. Mem Langa took me to the nearest Eskom Expo, District Eskom Expo, where I was introduced to this whole competition, and I haven't looked back since then. A whole new world has since opened up for me. I was intrigued and got swept into the amazing world of artificial intelligence and machine learning. I then realized that having a passion for something is not enough. You need to do something about it. I then embarked on a journey to teach myself computer science and information technology. Since then, these subjects were not offered at my school, just like fellow millennials, I turned to the internet, especially YouTube, where I will watch countless videos to to educate myself on these topics. In 2020, I became increasingly concerned with my fellow students who were struggling with mathematics. And then this together with 200 for mobile data as well as my passion for software development, I developed the app MathGig using C# programming language. I developed the app to help grade 9 learners with their mathematics. Eskom Expo judges were impressed with the project, especially since I had developed it without any formal lessons or training. This led me being selected to represent South Africa at the BUCA International Music, Science, Engineering, Energy Fair in Turkey. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, I was unable to travel to Turkey and took part virtually. The experience was great as I was awarded a gold medal and an international representative award for the project. The competition was tough, with other countries presenting really smart and complex research. I also felt humbled by the experience and was proud to represent my country. Personally, it was a trip of a lifetime. I was so fortunate to experience a whole new culture and make friends from around the world. Taking part in Eskom Expo over the years has helped me grow so much, not just intellectually, but I have grown so much as a person. After the various interviews with judges and receiving the awards, I now not only have so much more confidence in myself, but I became humbled by how much I still have to learn. Eskom Expo has also played a role in a few firsts in my life. The first time I flew in a plane, the first time I traveled overseas, and the many new doors that opened up for me. For my first project in 2019, I received a highly commended certificate. In 2020, I was awarded a silver medal. And only in 2021 did I have a taste of a gold medal. It really was a journey for me. One of growth and taking. It really was a journey for me. One of growth and taking feedback from judges and mentors that helped me to get where I am today. I have been using competitions such as Eskom Expo and others like hackathons as ways of funding the equipment I needed. You have to take it upon yourself to make your dreams come true. And if you really want to do something, you will find a way to do it. As a young scientist who had said where you guys are sitting now, I would like to encourage you to keep believing in yourself and not be discouraged if you don't win any awards. This should spur on you to come back with research that is awesome and change someone's life somewhere in the world. More importantly, don't let a lack of resources hold you back, because today there are long lines of sponsors waiting to help you. Without Eskom, I will not be here speaking of my achievements and training, and you will certainly not be here developing into fine young scientists. So I want to thank Eskom on behalf of all the young scientists here today and all the young scientists who have gone before us and have now become world-renowned researchers and innovators. Thank you, Eskom, and thank you to the numerous other sponsors for seeing the potential in us and helping us make a brighter future. My parting message to you is to be productive, use the resources available to you, and never give up. It's our time to shine. We are the ones we have been waiting for. My favorite scientist quote is by Elon Musk when he said, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today and share my story with you. I wish you all well in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Kutlwano, and thank you for sharing your experiences and inspiring all our learners. A big round of applause. I'd like to also ask Dr. Krishni Naidu, Academic Director of Eskom Expo, to hand over a little gift to Kutlwano. And while that's happening, I'm also inspired by the words of Mark Shuttleworth, South African entrepreneur and space traveler, or some of us like to call him the first astronaut. When he was asked about his space trip, he said, "I don't expect my flight to produce a generation of astronauts and cosmonauts back home, but I hope it'll encourage people to pursue their dreams." And I think at the end of the day, when you have dreams, that gives you vision, that gives you direction, and gives you something to work towards. And if I may share a little bit about my own story, the dream of becoming a radio DJ broadcaster started in high school. I had the first experience there, the bug bits, and then went to varsity at the University of Durban, Westville, now known as the Westville campus. And that's where I joined the campus radio station and bumped into Party at the CAF while he was playing Tani and pool. And crushing a quarter mutton bunny as well. But from there, the dream became a reality. Like I said, 30 years ago, on the 25th of July, 1992, I actually joined Capital Radio. They closed in 96, moved up to Joburg in 97, hustled around for about 6 months before initially joining 947, what was then 94.7 Highveld Stereo. I knocked on doors, even though I had started my professional career, nobody sort of kind of knew me because Capital Radio wasn't broadcasting on FM. So it didn't have a big impression like it did back in the day. And so I was basically a relative unknown in Johannesburg. And some people were trying to push me to Radio Lotus. I don't know why. We mustn't stereotype people. That's very dangerous. But I'd always wanted to be in mainstream media. So I pursued the dream, even though the odds were stacked against me. And you know, from there I went on to join Metro FM on the Midday Mother Mix. Was there for 5 years before joining 947, stayed there for 7 years, did the second biggest show to the late Jeremy Mansfield, my brother in broadcasting, passed away in this year. And then went back to Metro FM in 2009 to do the breakfast show. Who would have thought an Indian boykie from Pietermaritzburg, Northdale, a township there, who would end up doing the breakfast show on what was essentially a black radio station, an urban radio station at the SABC. So all I'm saying is, as a lightie in Northdale, Pietermaritzburg, I had a vision in high school to be a broadcaster, and today I can tell you that I celebrated 30 years of broadcasting. So hold on to that dream. Even if it's impossible, it doesn't matter. Like Nike says, impossible is nothing. And we as South Africans have a dream, I have to say this. We dream that one day there'll be no load shedding in this country. Even though we just had some load shedding come on now. So I feel sorry for our next speaker. But maybe you'll share some words about what's going to happen over the festive season. Ntato Manyuku, Group Executive, Government and Regulatory Affairs, representing Eskom to address us now. Hopefully she'll not only have some important words, but like I said, tell us a bit more about load shedding over the festive season.
Thank you, Kenny. I am a she. Women can also be leaders, the way women can also be scientists. Sponsors and investors, judges and teachers, volunteers, learners from South Africa, Brazil, Mexico, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Turkey, Kenya, and Ghana. Regional Science Fair Directors, Master of Ceremony, Kenny Maestri, Chief Director of Human Capital and Science Promotion in the Department of Science and Innovation, Dr. Sbisiso Manzini, Eskom Expo for Young Scientists Board of Directors, Representative Professor Ian Jandral, members of the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists Board of Directors, members of the Eskom Board, my brother in arms, Chief Financial Officer, Caleb Kasim, Chief Executive Officer for Eskom Development Foundation, Ms. Sumaya Nasib, Executive Director of Eskom Expo, Parthy Chetty, officials from the Department of Science and Technology, previous International Science Fair South African Gold winner in Tunisia, Kutlwano Chatiwa, distinguished and honored guests, members and media, good morning. Let me start by saying that Kutlwano is a shining example of how our youth are the light that shines through the darkness of load shedding. Our event today happens against the backdrop of the 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children, a global campaign to highlight the plight of women and children. Similar to all societal ills, the fight against women and children, abuse and violence is everybody's responsibility. We all know that education is key to the empowerment of the grown child, and the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists indirectly contributes to that by creating opportunities for our young girls too. I'm pleased to see the extent of participation of girls in this event, especially as I am a mother of 3 daughters, including a grade R junior scientist who keeps me busy on my feet weekly, buying ingredients like toothpaste and balloons and shaving creams for her experiments and her potions. Honored guests, it's impossible to argue that there is even a single socio-economic sector of any country in the world that is not dependent on science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and innovation. STEMI-related fields have contributed and continue to contribute to broader sustainable human, social, and economic development. And greater exposure to STEMI activities from a young age is a critical driver of economic transformation and the creation of a better world for all. Eskom believes that investment in maths and science serve as a catalyst to find lasting solutions to global challenges from agriculture and food security to health issues and climate change and even issues around energy security. The organization is central to South Africa's developmental and economic agenda, and we are committed to investing more to help contribute to the achievement of these endeavors. The Eskom Expo for Young Scientists, which is facilitated through the Eskom Development Foundation, forms part of these investments from Eskom. It runs concurrently with our other activities and projects that promotes maths and science across the country, creating a solid foundation in our future. The Expo plays a key role in making STEMI fields exciting and popular amongst learners. It reaches over 1,000 schools, attracts thousands of participants, and makes it the largest science fair in the African continent. Science, technology, and innovation is an integral part of South Africa's National Development Plan, both as a means of bolstering economic growth and competitiveness, as well as advancing social development. The NDP further recognizes science and its related fields as being at the center of achieving certain goals in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Furthermore, the 4th Industrial Revolution is upon us and will set in motion changes that will disrupt every industry, profession, and aspect of life. And it's my pleasure to have seen so many of the projects that have integrated coding and programming and key elements of what will be used in the 4th Industrial Revolution. Globally, discussions are already centered on embracing innovation, technology, and science, and these efforts could be intensified through proper investments in science and related fields, such as the one that Eskom is making through the Expo for Young Scientists. Eskom's responsibility goes beyond generating electricity. Our value is also measured by the impact that we have on the lives of South Africans. And that can be seen not only in the work that we've done to ensure that the majority of South Africans have electrification and energy. I'm one of the people who knows what it is to grow up in a township where my grandmother has no electricity and has a pit latrine, and to look at what that township looks like now. But we also have a responsibility to develop the lives of fellow South Africans in other developmental areas, such as STEMI. Our developmental responsibilities range from building and maintaining power plants and networks to electrification and supplying households, schools, factories with electricity, to supporting local industries and stimulating skills and job creation. Eskom is also about creating a base on which South Africa can grow, helping to transform the lives of a large percentage of the population which live in poverty. My observation today confirms that the country is reaping the reward for the strategic partnership between Eskom and the South African government to expose learners to STEMI activities. As I was walking around the various stalls and interacting with the participants, I realized the significant potential in South Africa. I really don't envy the judges who had a difficult task in deciding who stood out from the rest. The projects on show are top class, They are not only community-centered, but also designed to address real-time challenges facing our country, the African continent, and the world at large. As renowned theoretical physicist Edward Teller once said, the science of today is the technology of tomorrow. This is evidenced in this room, as most projects move from theory to technical application, and I really want us to give our students a round of applause for doing that. I was truly fascinated by the innovation on display. Our country is certainly in the capable hands of these young, innovative thinkers. While interacting with our young scientists today, I was also reminded of 4 Nobel Prize winners: Sidney Brenner, Aaron Klug, Max Taylor, and Alan MacLeod Cormack. With the exception of Klug, who came to South Africa at the age of 2, the other 3 scientists were born in our country. Who knows? Some of today's young scientists may be the Nobel Prize winners of tomorrow, because nothing is impossible. Our gratitude goes to the parents, the guardians, the teachers, and the mentors present here, and also to those who are not physically here today. Thank you for playing a key role in shaping these rising stars. Your concerted efforts and dedication are a primary source of our shared excitement today. And to all of you, young bright sparks, getting this far in the competition is an achievement that you should be proud of yourselves for. You should be proud of yourselves first and foremost because as you realize that we are all gathered here today to celebrate every single one of you. We're here to celebrate every single one of your achievements. And this, however, is only the beginning of the future of your careers. The world lies right ahead of you to take advantage of the unlimited opportunities. Whether you are announced as the winner or not, today is not the end of your journey. It is the start of a new, exciting journey that you can personally embark on. The world is filled with opportunities for bright minds. You only need to decide how far you want to go in pursuit of science, and only your imagination is the limit. Having a keen interest in maths and science provides you with a phenomenal platform to help shift and construct what the future will look like and be like for all of us. So on behalf of Eskom, co-sponsors and investors, I would like to congratulate all of you for progressing this far in the competition. I eagerly look forward to personally congratulating you as you reach your new frontiers, becoming role models and a better version of yourself. Young scientists, I have no doubt in my mind that your innovative ideas will lead South Africa and the world on a path of success in the not-so-distant future. As the custodian and the host of this science fair, our return in investment goes beyond the brand. It serves as a long-term investment in the future of South Africa, in the future of you, the youth of our country, as we place science, engineering, and technology at the center of operation. As Eskom will be celebrating 100 years of its existence on the 1st of March next year, we are grateful to have provided hope and prosperity to South Africans through our socio-economic development vehicle, such as the Eskom Development Foundation. So I would like to leave our young scientists with a quote from Thomas Edison. Mr. Edison is not only known for how many inventions he had, including his continued failure and making that failure a success of the light bulb, but he is also known for the hard work and perseverance that all of you students have demonstrated in development of your projects. Thomas Edison says that a genius is often merely a talented person who has done all of his or her homework. And that is the future of the country I see in all of you today, sitting here in this room. Thank you.
Thank you, Ntato Munyuku, for shedding some light on the important work that Eskom does in the field of science and with our young scientists. I like how she referred to young scientists. I think it's important to declare and speak things over yourself because that will manifest and you will be driven to that dream as well. So the more you call yourself a scientist, I think it shapes your thinking and your direction as well. So thank you, Ntato, for also brightening up our stage with that fabulous bright outfit. You know you're in Africa when you see the color on the stage, you know what I'm saying? And thank you, Krishni, as well. Don't ever let anyone tell you that education is a waste of time, as I can tell you that education is the key to unlock your future. The harder you work now at this critical juncture in your career, educational career, the more you will be able to take advantage or take charge of your destiny. The words of Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Naledi Pandor, erstwhile Minister of Higher Education and Training. And I hope that our listeners are taking note, our scientists are taking note of that. Sorry, I'm thinking I'm still on the radio. Just now I'm going to whip out my headphones and my controller and we'll have a bit of a party. But let's keep it government. Dr. Sibusiso Manzini, Chief Director, Human Capital and Science Promotion in the Department of Science and Innovation, known as the DSI, headed up by Dr. Bonginkosi Emmanuel Blade Nzamande. Dr. Sibusiso Manzini will share a few words with us.
Program Director, the one and only Kenny Maestri, Group Executive, Government and Regulatory Affairs, Ms. Ntato Minyuki, Chief Executive Officer, Eskom Development Foundation, Ms. Sumaya Nasib, Chief Financial Officer, Eskom, Mr. Khalib Nasim, Chief Executive Officer, Siemens Pty Ltd, Ms. Sabine Dal Omo, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Systems and Planning, University of the Witwatersrand, and member of the Board of Directors of Eskom Expo, Professor Ian Jandrell, Chairperson Eskom Expo for Young Scientists Board of Directors, Mr. Besan Lesh, who is also my colleague at the Department of Science and Innovation, Executive Director, Eskom Expo for Young Scientists, Mr. Pathi Chetty, Academic Director, Eskom Expo for Young Scientists, Dr. Krishni Naidu, judges, learners, parents, teachers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, among the distinguished guests, there are so many who have played a role in this initiative, past winners, and also one, Professor Rosemary Gray. A few years ago, I got hold of a book that you wrote on this initiative. All the struggles, the work behind this. I hope that you and your family are pleased to see how big this has grown and the impact it is having in our country. Firstly, let me congratulate all of you learners who put together science projects to exhibit at this expo. It is pleasing that we have participants from all 9 provinces of this country, as well as guests from other countries of the world. Taking part in the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists International Science Fair is a unique experience, given that it is one of the biggest events of its kind on the African continent. I trust that the lessons and experiences that you gained at this science fair will serve you well in your future careers and personal lives. I also hope that you have made friends and gained contacts that will endure long into the future. As it has been mentioned before, you all deserve to be applauded. All of you learners who exhibited here, for the hard work and effort you have put to be here today. We have many challenges in this country, and we are all very aware of that, many of which affect you as young people disproportionately. It is therefore very encouraging to see young people who are bright, talented, highly motivated, working hard to share their scientific research projects. Your enthusiasm and hard work over months that you put into conceptualizing, researching, designing, developing, and showcasing your work deserves to be acknowledged. I want to believe that Nelson Mandela had people like you in mind when he said, I quote, "Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do," unquote. I urge you to remain excited about science and positive about what you can achieve with it. We live in difficult and uncertain times. Science and the vast possibilities it has can bring hope and confidence. Our future success as a country is dependent on your ingenuity and creative use of knowledge to bring about innovative solutions to our growing list of challenges. Today is a culmination of a long process. I understand that about 3,500 learners participated in 58 district expos, while 5,600 participated in the regional science fairs across all 9 provinces of this country. In total, 409 schools participated in the district expos, while 711 schools were involved at the regional events. What is most remarkable is that no less than 62% of the regional participants were girls, and 58% of all participants came from quintile 1, 2, 3 schools, otherwise known as the no-fee-paying schools. Furthermore, a total of 239 schools participated for the very first time. This is very pleasing because it means that the opportunity to take part in the expo is becoming available to an increasing number of learners. I trust that this number will continue to grow year after year. Having taken the opportunity to walk about and see some of the exhibits, interacting with the learners, I must say that I'm very impressed with the quality of the projects presented here. The organizers tell me that this International Science Fair has seen a definite improvement in the quality of the learners' projects. What I find remarkable is the diversity of the interesting, relevant, and challenging problems that the learners seek to address through the application of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as well as the humanities and social sciences. Furthermore, as I walked around, I mean, the confidence of the presenters was off the charts. I wish I had that amount of confidence when I was growing up. I would have gone very, very far. These are the traits that will be needed by the scientists, engineers, technologists, and other professionals of the future. And as we celebrate this excellence, we should not forget the teachers, coaches, and mentors who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make all this possible. All the great work that is showcased here speaks to the sterling work done by them in supporting the learners. The Eskom Expo for Young Scientists is an excellent platform for unlocking the learners' creative capabilities and nurturing their problem-solving skills to prepare them to play a role in addressing the most pressing challenges of our time and of the future. Working on their projects provides the learners an opportunity to marshal the scientific and mathematical concepts that they have acquired and deploy them towards addressing real-life problems. Indeed, many of the projects are geared towards innovation, thereby exposing the learners to some of the key components of the innovation value chain and relevant considerations such as intellectual property management. All of these, combined with the social and personal mastery skills that are honed during the life cycle of their projects, provide the learners with an invaluable opportunity to develop. It is for this reason that we, in the Department of Science and Innovation, and our Minister, Dr. Blade Nzimande, is a very keen supporter of this work and this initiative. I'm pleased to support the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists. Now, where to from here? I am informed that more than 20 winners will be identified to represent South Africa at international fairs, competitions, and events. I would like to urge those selected to continue to work hard so that they may represent us with distinction and pride, as you saw Kutlwano share with us earlier on. Every year, South Africa's representatives bring home rewards, prizes, and medals from international competitions. I am confident that this tradition will continue in the next 12 months. Our country's performance at international fairs suggests that we are doing something right and that the processes in place here at this International Science Fair are working. This builds a positive image of our country as a destination for science, technology, and innovation, and reinforces the case for increased investment in research and development, which we badly need. I'd like to acknowledge Eskom's continued sponsorship of this prestigious national competition. The support provided by Eskom in identifying, building, and nurturing our future scientists is invaluable. Our country and the African continent as a whole will only realize its full potential by producing world-class scientists, technicians, technologists, engineers, researchers, and innovators. Despite the tough economic environment and other challenges that we are all too aware of, Eskom has maintained its support for this important initiative. For this reason, we send a special word of thanks to the leadership at Eskom and of the Eskom Development Foundation. In the same vein, I would like to thank many other organizations that support the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists. Today, many special awards are being handed out, all of them sponsored by these organizations, private companies, and professional bodies. The generous involvement of all these stakeholders provides sufficient incentive to keep the International Science Fair going at a high level and to continue attracting the participation of the very best from Africa and abroad. The Department of Science and Innovation adopted its science engagement strategy in order to develop a society that is knowledgeable about science, scientifically literate, and able to form independent opinions about science issues. Whether you're a scientist or not, whether you've studied science or not, we want everybody in our society to have the basics as far as science is concerned and to be able to make and formulate opinions based on proper understanding of the key scientific issues. Participating in the Eskom Expo fits perfectly into our program of activities that are aimed at building a scientifically engaged society. Let me take this opportunity to also acknowledge all the volunteers across the country who are involved in the Eskom Expo. And these are the people really who I find so inspiring. My greatest appreciation goes to all the teachers, regional science fair directors, committee members, judges, and other volunteers who diligently and selflessly contribute to the success of this event. The spirit of giving, sharing, and helping young learners is highly commendable. We are truly indebted to a selfless contribution to our country's development. Your contribution is a demonstration of Ubuntu, which we hope will continue to grow in our society. In closing, let me cycle back to where I began by thanking all the learners who took part in this year's Eskom Expo for Young Scientists International Science Fair. You are all winners, as it has been said repeatedly, even if you don't receive a medal or a prize. The knowledge that you have gained through interacting with your peers, judges, and other people who came to see your project over the last 3 days is an invaluable experience for you. Many of you learners are waiting, as well as teachers, I guess, for your final year examination results. I wish you the very best, especially the grade 12s. I hope that this event has touched your lives and opened your eyes to a world of opportunities that awaits, and that you will seriously consider a career in science, engineering, technology, and innovation. Thank you very much.
Dr. Spoon Manzini, thank you for your insights and your words of encouragement. We really do appreciate that. Siyabonga kakhulu. Steve Jobs once said, by the way, if you're wondering who's that guy, he's the late CEO of Apple, as if you didn't know. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. And the following group of people that I'm going to be calling up on stage certainly have met their challenges, had to deploy some innovative ideas and think out of the box as well. It's a group of people that have worked tirelessly over the last year and gave a lot of effort. And if you consider the fact that they're actually volunteers, I think it's time for them to shine. So could all regional science fair directors, the RSFDs, please come up on stage. Thank you for your volunteering efforts and for making sure that the 35 regional events possible this year, and to ensure that these bright young scientists that we have with us today make it to the International Science Fair, the ISF 2022. So please, all the RSFDs, could you come up on stage to my left for your photo op, and time to shine. Show us those smiles. We don't want to leave anyone out, so if you're part of the group, please come forward. And if you could assist our photographers, short people in front, taller guys and ladies at the back.
It gives me great pleasure to be facilitating the awarding of a very special award. It's called the Expo Fellowship Award. The first award was handed out in 2019, pre-COVID, and that's why there's a bit of a break. What this actually means is the most prestigious award in this organization, and it's being awarded for the second time in the 42 years of our existence. The recipient of this highest honor is acknowledged by his or her peers for the lifetime contribution to the success of Eskom Expo for young scientists. The recipients of this honor have been with Expo for many, many years. I'm not going to put a figure to that. I wasn't born back then. And have contributed in various ways to the growth and success of this organization. It gives me pleasure to call upon Mr. Bursaries, the chairman of the board of directors of Eskom Expo, and my immediate boss, and Professor Rosemary Gray, who was one of the first recipients of the Expo Fellow Award. Each recipient will receive a custom-made gold medal, okay, it looks gold, and a framed certificate that also looks gold. The very first recipient is Ms. Olga Peel, who has been the Regional Science Fair Director in Cape Town. Olga, you can make your way. She has served Expo for the past 31 years. She manages a very active Cape Town Regional Committee as a Regional Science Fair Director. She is responsible at ISF as the Judges Coordinator and manages the process until final results. She has assisted with the development of judges' training material. She has judged at Intel ISF in the USA, which is the largest science fair in the world. And she continues to serve Expo as a Regional Science Fair Director. Congratulations, Olga. The next recipient. The next recipient has also been with us a very long time. Dr. Fortune Kumalo, can you please make your way to stage? Dr. Kumalo, yes, he was once a Soccerite. No. He has served Expo for the past 25 years. He started in Nkangala region in Mpumalanga. He is so passionate about Expo that he has actually written a book on his experiences at Expo, and it's a fantastic read. He has a very active committee, and he continues to serve Expo as a Regional Science Fair Director, and at one stage he was also on the Board of Directors. Congratulations, Dr. Kumalo. Our third recipient, Mada Dutoy. It's going to take a bit of time to make it to the stage, so I'll talk slowly. Don't rush, Mada. Mada Dutoy has served Expo for 22 years. She was a development officer who conducted training in Limpopo, Toyando, Northern Cape, Kwamhlanga, Kwakwa, and Lesotho. That means she has volunteered her time to go to these remote places. She has helped to start the Welkom region, the West Coast region, and the Eden Karoo regions. She was the first team that attended the Intel Educator Academy in the USA, and I was fortunate enough to be with Mada and a few others. She served Expo as a provincial coordinator of the Western Cape, and then she retired for the second time in her life. While retired, she continued to work as a member in the Cape Town region, and she continues to serve Expo as an interim RSFD in Stellenbosch and a mentor where she volunteers her expertise. Congratulations, Mada. The next recipient, Professor Ian Jandal, if you can make your way to stage. He has represented Wits University on the Board of Directors since time began, but as early as 1995, and has served as Vice Chairman and Chairman in previous years. He has served as a Chief Judge at ISF. He is the Chairman of the Expo Scientific Review Committee. He has judged on numerous occasions at Intel ISF, the largest science fair in the world, and now he holds a fairly prestigious position as a co-chair or a co-convener. And this is a gathering of judges from across the world. The facilities that we use at WITS is due to his generosity, and sometimes you've got to pull strings and know people at high places to get things done. He assists with recruitment of numerous engineering judges from WITS, which we seriously rely on. And he has provided WITS bursaries at ISF over numerous years. Congratulations, Dr. Jandal. And our last recipient, and not the least, of this prestigious award is Alistair Scott. Alistair, if you can please make your way. He has served Expo for 38 years. Around the time of your grandparents. And he has served Expo in various roles. He was a regional judge for 7 years. He was a regional committee member for 30 years. He was an ISF judge for 12 years. Your parents would remember him, not you. He was part of the International Selection Committee at ISF. He was an RSFD for 20 years. He was selected as a delegation leader for 6 international competitions. And he was also selected for the Intel Educator Academy in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I had the privilege to be with Alistair, where we see 600 hot air balloons in peak season in this particular city. Congratulations, Alistair.
Thank you to Party and his team for putting this event together. We were chatting in the week and he told me that one evening he went to bed at about 5 in the morning, and then at 6 the phone rang and then it was business as usual. So to Party and his team, thank you for putting together the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists as well as this award ceremony. Can we give them a big round of applause? But to put an event like this together, you still need to pay the bills, right? And that's where our sponsors come on board. And the Eskom Expo for Young Scientists would like to thank all these sponsors in advance for their continued generous support going forward. Our appreciation also goes out to Eskom. I think, Eskom understandably has had bad press and bad social media exposure given the load shedding, but at the same time, we need to acknowledge their efforts in terms of what they do for our young scientists. So we would like to thank Eskom for being the title sponsor, which covers the cost of running the various Expo activities across the entire country during the year, as well as the International Science Fair and the international tours from Taiwan in the east to the USA in the west. So, if you haven't noticed already, we've transitioned from the formal introductory speeches. We're now heading into the awards. We've done with the very special awards. Now I'm going to be calling up presenters to come present awards for various categories for these special awards. When you hear the name of the sponsor, I'm sure you'll be briefed. As soon as you hear the name of the sponsor, presenters, please make your way. I'll also call you up by name. We'd like you to come up on stage to present the awards. Having said that, let's move into the special awards. Soil Science Society of South Africa. And Professor Ian Yandro will be coming up to present 2 cash awards. He's going to make it rain. So it's 2 cash prizes of 1,500 Rand. And if you hear your region and your name, scientists, please come up as well. The first 1,500 Rand cash prize goes to the Mopani region. And let me apologize in advance. Multicultural society is a bit of a challenge. So if I butcher your name, please correct me. I'm open to correction. Motimele from Mopani.
Focus on the prizes. Don't worry about the guy coming.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you so much. The next winner from Gqeberha is Jada Stolz. to our winners from the left, my left side, if you're going to be coming from there are stairs available for you to access the stage, so you don't have to come the whole way around. Obviously, if you're on my right, then you can come up through these stairs. The next award for the Eskom Expo is the Exhibitors Award. Olga Peel is going to be presenting a 500 cash prize. Olga. And our winner of the 500 cash prize from Kalahari is Santine van der Merwe. Well done. I don't know if you noticed, but some of our young scientists are running out of space on their lapels and their blazers for honor scripts and scrolls. So well done to you. I've noticed that as well. The Alumni Awards, tomorrow AI, 14 Kumalo, could you come up to the stage to present the award? It's 1,000 Rand in cash. 16 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you and the young scientists, we are in Mzansi. We express ourselves ululating, we clap hands, especially when the beat kicks in. So feel free to express your joy for our winners as well. 1,000 Rand in cash goes to Gauteng South, Takshil Baga. This guy doesn't listen to instructions, they stay over there. Well done, Takshil. And now we move into some big money. The Suleiman Box Memorial Award alumni, Wahid Amanji. Mara Dutoya is going to be presenting that award. It is 5,500 Rand in cash. I wonder who's our winner going to be? So I hope you're crossing fingers and toes. Our winner of the 5,500 Rand in cash for the Suleiman Box Memorial Award alumni, Wahid Amanji, from the Kaka Modiri Mulema region, Katleho Mokota. Yeah, still gonna be making it away. Work it, girls, work it. I can just see in her mind walking up to the stage, 5,500 Rand, what am I going to spend it on? Next up for the Vuga Group, Media C Mudekwa is going to be presenting laptops for the best Q1 to 3 high schools project in the category Energy. And our very first laptop goes to Botlabela, that region. The winner is Lennox Vista. see where the naughty ones are. That's the naughty one. Away. And if his career in science fails, it's always the NBA. The next award goes to, is from the Central University of Technology. Sister Mapiyeye will be presenting the two laptops, no help. So, sister, if you could come up to stage. First recipient is from Cape Town. Cape Town, are you in the house, Mother City? We're side, what kind? I grew up in the 90s, hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was a big thing about being in Cape Town because they considered themselves West Coast, so West Side. Yeah. Cape Town, the winner is Minky LaRue. Gift wrap for Christmas. The next winner of the Central University of Technology laptop is from the Eden Karoo region, and the winner is Johannes Jacobs. The next sponsored award is from Festo, Tinotenda Kanda, and Jean Bukanga. Please come up on stage to present the awards. It's a work-based exposure during school holiday, so you're going to be working, not chilling with your friends, watching Netflix and stuff like that. You also get a license ticket to use robot simulation software and e-learning, all valued, this is big money, people, 17,000 Rand. So who's the winner? Eden Karoo region. And he was on stage shortly, Johannes Jacobs, make your way back. Johannes is busy taking our photos in the foyer. You won an award worth 17,000 Rand, Johannes. Has come on board with 5 awards, all being laptops, so 5 recipients of laptops, and to present the awards, Petronella De Beer. The first award is for most innovative waste recycling. It goes to my region, my place of birth, from the rolling hills of KwaZulu-Natal, Central region, Hlaganipo Dube. And the trend continues. gotta love the wrapping, man. The box looks amazing. Blinged out. Second laptop goes to for the best showcase scientific learning, exploration, curiosity, and creativity, a positive environmental impact in the field of environmental science and technology. That's a mouthful, but the winner is from the Kalahari region, Giancarlo van der Merwe. Third recipient of a laptop from FFS Refiners. It's for best exemplifies practical application of mechanical engineering principles, and it's to the winner from the Bojanala region, Sven Voorges. The next winner for most ingenious use of available material while conducting scientific research experiments in the field of non-renewable energy. The laptop goes to the winner from Mopani. The winner is Nzaka Mukele Siwe. Refiners goes for the best project that demonstrates innovation in engineering technology. The laptop goes to Northern Gauteng, Ronnie Masindi. Ronnie got the fans, man. You got the fans. Thank you so much. As I'm reading out these categories, it feels like the Oscars, but I just want to say, please note, no running up on stage to slap the MC. We've got security. Thank you. The next sponsor is SAEON, Seon. Kogi Governor, please come up to present the award. 3 Samsung tablets up grabs. Funny story, my daughter, when she was younger, the older one, Shannon, she's now 20, but she was about 4 or 5. And my leg was hurting, I had a sciatica issue, and I said, baby, go get me some tablets, or get me a tablet for the pain, but I didn't clarify, so she got me this instead. But yeah, enjoy your tablets. Kogi Governor, thank you for coming through. First winner from KwaZulu-Natal, Far North, Inyiko Mazini. That box is kind of big, it looks like more than a tablet. Second Samsung tablet goes to our winner, let's say Molos to Rebecca, Olwam Sakata. Samsung tablet, and thankfully, finally, we got a winner from where we are right now, Ekurhuleni. Our winner is Tubelihle Mube. Thank you to our winners. Our next sponsor is the SAIC Water Engineering Division. Dr. Francis Gibbons will be on stage to give away 3 SAIC Division awards, them being bronze, silver, and gold. And yes, you reminded me, I got ahead of me, but yeah, there's cash prizes as well. So first up for the bronze prize from Gqeberha, Ethan Walters. So our winners coming up on stage, just make sure your lanyard is facing forward so that it looks good on the photo. Silver prize from the Vembe district, Hluvuko Bavuma. Well, at GP we known for our gold, so it's appropriate that the gold prize winner is from Gauteng, from the region of Ekurhuleni, Yutang Shan. Next up, we have our cash prize winners, also from the SAICE, the IT division. Dr. Francis Gibbons is going to be handing out a 7,000 Rand cash prize to the winner from the, I don't know how that young person from Stellenbosch knew about the best points of Stellenbosch. Age limit, just saying. But maybe this winner doesn't know, okay? Tyler Sheps. She's not here, okay. Hopefully not with meeting with the mafia, that place. The SAICE IT division, another 7,000 Rand cash prize. That's for the Gauteng South region. The winner is Abdurram Irhuma and Mohammed Salman bin Osman. So you guys will share the prize. Congratulations to Abdul Rahman and Mohammed. Winner of the SAIC Environmental Engineering Division seed of 5,000 Rand in cash from Gqeberha. Once again, Ethan Walters. Region, Sibusiso Nkosi. Stage to be like Father Christmas and hand out 9 laptops. Yeah. Why never round off to 10? One for oneself. Our first laptop recipient from Babcock is not one of the usual suspects that we had so far. From Capricorn, Tumelo Ramukone. Working, girl, working. Those are the heels, those are the heels. I don't know what kind of school uniform this is. From the KwaZulu-Natal Far North region, the next winner is Deborah Maswangani. That's how we do. How we love that song. Now we're getting in our groove. From that Mafia region again, another winner from Stellenbosch, Siobhan Erasmus, as well as Joel Funger. Look like twins. Must be glasses. Region, Sibusiso Titus. I think the name of the day is Sue, because there's also Sibusiso winning here, speaking here today as well. next winners, let's say Molo to the people from the mother city, Nina Breitenbach and Zongile Klaas. Our next winner of the laptop from Babcock is from KwaZulu-Natal, far north, Sanelisiwe Ndlela. Smile, Kelly. Yes, there we go. There we go. And our final winner of laptop from Babcock, let's say namaste to Northern KwaZulu-Natal's DRC. Well done to all our recipients of those laptops from Babcock. Thank you, Patrick. Next up, our sponsors, Technology Innovation Agency, TIA, Given Matlope and Cynthia Sitole. Please come up to present the awards. It's a one-week boot camp valued at 500,000 Rand for a group of 20 innovators and access to TIA funding valued at 260,000 Rand per project. That's a whole lot of cash money. From Cape Town, Joseph Gibbon and Matthew Redford. You guys are in the money now. Our next winner from Johannesburg, finally from Egoli we get a winner, Brandon de Grief. Let's say Morweni to Uvayo Ndonyela. another shy one. Marriage material. Next winner, Bojanala. It's that region. The winner is Witness and Gay. Central region, Anati Sibusiso Ndima and Bonolo Kim Nganane. Next winner from Stellenbosch and has graced the stage already, Tyler Shepston. Tyler's going to be taking photographs. The following winner from Stellenbosch, Sonela Madlanga. When I was growing you get fired. When I was growing up in the 70s, I often got called Kenneth Kaunda. He was president of Zambia at the time. From the Kenneth Kaunda district, Buhle Benkosi Mpashlana. Karoo region, Johannes Jacobs. He's having a bit of a workout today. Almost photobomb there. Certainly does. North Gauteng, Amogelang Mampane. from KwaZulu-Natal, Dia Singh. Sibanda, Sibusiso Prince Titus Nkosi. Yeah, school's getting a workout as well. Representing for the place of great wine, Stellenbosch, Leah West. Stellenbosch. A couple of years ago I was in Stellenbosch having lunch at Tony Elsa's restaurant, and the next table was our late president of the South Africa, F.W. de Klerk, and his wife. So it was, you never know who you're going to bump into in Stellenbosch, that's what I'm saying. North Gauteng, Ingrid Higgins. She's so happy. Now I get to be really gangster. West Coast, what's up? Asso, Kaba, and Letu Pitwa. Doesn't want to hold the envelope. Why not? Our next winner from Cape Town, Zaria Parker. Next winner from KwaZulu-Natal Central, let's say Vanakkam to Ria Woodley. Next winner from the mother city, Cape Town, Nicholas Simpson. please, Professor Ken Nixon, could you come up on stage to present the awards? Thank you. He's going to be making it rain with some bursaries, I can tell you that much. Firstly, from the Faculty of Science at the University of Witwatersrand, a 40,000 Rand bursary to our winner from Cape Town, Sasha Falboer. Make your way back. Is she busy taking your photos in the front? Probably. Come, Sasha, you got a bursary, girl. It's like with a hard club. You have the inter-faculty rivalry. So, Faculty of Science at Wits gave away one bursary, but the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment decided to give two 40,000 Rand bursaries. First winner from Ekurhuleni, Youth Action. The second winner of a bursary of 40,000 Rand from the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment from Wits is our winner from Gerb Sibanda, Sibesisle Gonya. Thank you to our winners and Professor Ken Nixon. Our next sponsors are the University of Pretoria, Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences and Agricultural Economics. Dr. Manfred Ndomo is going to be presenting a few bursaries as well. Yeah, now we're the big money. See how he strolls up, because he knows he's handing out some big cash. That's right. Our winner of a bursary worth 70,000 Rand. I think that's like, that goes a long way. I think that's first year fees. From Kebeka, Olwam Sakat. Another bursary from the Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences and Agricultural Economics from the University of Pretoria. From the Dr. Kenneth Kaunda District, the winner of the 35,000 Rand bursary, it's Fatima to Zahara Khan. next presenter is Professor H.J. Brunk, presenting for the University of Pretoria Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology. 2 bursaries worth 30,000 Rand each. First up, our winner from the Gap Sibanda district. I didn't finish. Sibusiso Nkosi. Skula. Oiso. On fire. This guy is squatting on the stage. Really. Give others a chance. And from the Ngaka Modiri Molema district, Vuyo Mokhoto. Check that swag, man. Check that swag. Thank you to our winners in that category. Our next sponsor is Merin Nodia Derek Gray Memorial Award. Professor Rosemary Gray and Professor Walter Mayer, they're going to come up on stage, just explain a bit about the prize. There's a gold medal and a cash prize of 1,000 Rand, as well as University of Pretoria bursary and a trip to the Nobel Week in Stockholm. Quite a big prize. So we'll hand over the podium to them.
Thank you. First, I'd just like to make a comment from the judges. We enjoyed listening to your projects, asking questions very much. We were really impressed with the quality of the projects, and we identified quite a number of potential prize winners, but we had to make a selection. So I'll start with the Derek Gray Award. The winner of the Derek Gray Award was working on another project when he discovered that he needed to insulate his high voltage connectors. In order to allow easy access to the connectors, he decided to use a fine oxide powder, as this would lead to a less expensive, safer, and more environmentally friendly solution compared to commercial oil or gas-based solutions. The search for a suitable insulating material developed into a new project. He built a number of test rigs to evaluate the breakdown resistance of various powders. Each time he learned from his mistakes and improved his design until he came up with a final design that worked well. He then used this design to measure the breakdown voltage of the insulator. The judges were impressed by his careful experimental design, his ability to learn from his mistakes, and to improve his designs based on those. He was also meticulous with his attention to detail. So the University of Pretoria Derek Gray Award goes to Brandon de Greef for his project Powdered Insulators for High Voltage.
You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid, bad things happen and you can't do anything about it, right? Wrong. When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on them. That's not nice. Then maybe you need to do
The next award, the Mayra Nadia Award, goes to a participant that in her project investigated a method to get rid of plastic waste that cannot be otherwise recycled. She used pyrolysis to produce a fuel from waste plastic, while the escaping fumes were rendered harmless by passing them through an aqueous ammonia solution. Further experimentation showed that sufficient fuel was produced in this process to drive the pyrolysis process, thus making the system self-sustaining. In addition, the participant showed that the solid residue left after the pyrolysis process could be mixed in small quantities with asphalt, and she showed that the addition of this residue to the asphalt made the asphalt more wear resistant. The judges were impressed by the improvements she made to her original setup, the careful analysis of her results, and the fact that she compared them to results in existing scientific literature, and the practical applicability of this project. The Mayra Nadia Award is bestowed on Dia Singh for a project using plastic, incinerated by plastic, to strengthen roads.
Thank you, Professor Mayer, for explaining all that physics and chemistry stuff. It's been a minute since I engaged on that level with the BSc, but yeah, better you than me. Our next sponsor has got quite a few awards to give away from Siemens. I would like to call on Sabine Dal Omo and Shalina Mari Samsunder to come and present some awards. So we're going to have recipients of trophies. First up from Southern KwaZulu-Natal, Awonke Banayi. I just got to ask, how's the sardines in the shed? Okay, it's summer, not winter. We'll get an answer next year. Our winner from Capricorn, Tumelo Ngwanya Tema. Oh, we got some support in the house. Oh, she's a poser. Instagirl. Our next winner of the trophy from Siemens, from the Bojanala district, it's Fatima Ibrahim and Dayan Abu. Bojanala starts young, eh? From Bloemfontein, Margaret Steyman. Our next winner is from Namakwa. It's Joanne Waite. home from Cape Town, Nina Breitenbach and Zongile Klas. Pity there's no prize for the best hairdo today, but just saying. Our next winner from Dr. Ruth Segomotsi Mompati region, Oratile Keitle Hlile and Lebuchang Bakaleng. Siemens, a trophy and a tablet. Winner from Gersibanda area, Sipesislile, Gonya. Mtata, Sisonke Mjamba. Proud dad moment, proud dad. Take a picture, take a picture. Our next winner of the trophy and the tablet from Siemens is from the Bojanala district, Khalalelo Letulo. Shifting into a higher gear. This is for the school as well as the learner. There are 9 top projects from previously disadvantaged schools in South Africa, each receiving a Samsung PA system and a trophy. Maybe we get some future broadcasters from there. So that's for your province as well. From the provinces, we're going to be calling out those schools. Learners who win the prize for the school will each get a tablet as well, thanks to Siemens. So our first provincial winner is from the Eastern Cape. The school is Kanyisa High School, and the winner is Hazel Mpakati. I got so excited to give the next prize, I forgot about our last recipient of the trophy and tablet, Mopani district, Nzaka Siweya. winner is Limpopo, and the school is Hluvuga High School. Hluvugo Lodrick Bavuma is the winner. I'm not sure whether we should allow the next province to win. They got enough platinum. From the northwest, it's the Ramatu High School. Katlego Mokoto is the winner. Next winner from Gauteng, from Shoshongowe Secondary School, Amolcheng Mambane. Next up from KwaZulu-Natal, Sanelisiwe Ndlele Sekerland Secondary School, Tando Gama and Gavin Makamo. Or was it Kevin? From the Northern Cape, Imang Moho Comprehensive School, Ayanda Ngesi. Technical School, Mohlodi Machete. Final winner of the PA system and trophy from Siemens, as well as a tablet for themselves from the Western Cape, Masibambane Secondary School, Sonele Madlanga. Final prize from Siemens, a 4-year bursary based on merits, plus a trophy and tablet from Limpopo, Indivo Malata. there's one more winner for the tablet from KwaZulu-Natal, Mhlokotwa High School, Sanelisiwe Ndlele. Thank you so much, Siemens. Lots of awards, and it got bigger and bigger. Now we got the Eskom Awards. There's quite a few. Alistair Scott, please come up. The first of 4 laptops is for the best project by a female learner. And Alistair Scott is going to be presenting a laptop to our winner from Cape Town, Sasha Veldwoord. From Gauteng South, Chakshil Baga. This is for Best Energy Project. Our next award from Eskom is for the Best Innovation Project. A laptop goes to Ekurhuleni's Yutangshan. Ekurhuleni's cleaning out today. Final award Alistair Scott is going to be presenting is for Best Development Project. The winner is from Mopani, or the winners are from Mopani, Nicole Machingambi and Mikenzo Manganye. But wait, that's not all. Eskom's got more. They're now going to be giving away some bursaries. Peter Mashatola, please come up to present the bursaries. So the bursaries will be a full 4-year bursary to study engineering at any higher education institution in Mzansi. 27 bursary recipients will be selected from the following shortlist based on final results and their meeting the entry requirements of the institution. From the Northern Cape, Ayanda Ngesi. Staying in the Northern Cape, Gerald Fasaki. Also from the Northern Cape, Yaku Eric van der Merwe. And another winner from the Northern Cape, Sabelo Sitole. Some of our recipients are not with us today, so we'll just hop along to the next province. The next province representing for the Free State, Tsepang Nadia. Mukwena. Also from Free State, Letlokonolo Lawrence Chosa, Sitembiso Letsa, Dimpo Mutoneng, Umpile Chuane, all from the Free State. From Mpumalanga, Siyabonga Tlatswayo, Zintle Koza, Really Katlejo Mashiko, Matsacha Nancy, as well as Kevin Nkosi. Winners from Limpopo, Vanaya Poli, Nzalo Maluleke, Danish Sharma, as well as Akani Mabunda and Anzani, and Malata Ndivu. Next up from Gauteng, Ronnie Masindi. From Northwest Province, Koketso, Supetso, Kopano, Maje, Ompile, Dira, Ngata, Diseko, Lemohang, Matlu, all from Northwest Province. Winners from Gauteng, Badir Sengozo, Semenda, Mispa Ismail, Oratilwe Tau, and Luazin Lovo.